7 o'clock on Tuesday, 3 November, and I'd like to call the regular Board of Trustees meeting to order. And I would read a quick invocation. Righteous Father, we pray for the men and women in political leadership that they may turn to you when they need to make decisions. Please move upon the hearts of those who legislate and those who vote for them. May our country turn to you now more wholeheartedly than ever. Amen. Roll call, please.
Trustee Head.
Here.
Nelson.
Here.
O'Brien Berglund. Here. Pike.
Here.
Stanifer.
Here.
President Wecken.
Here.
Trustee Zappa.
Here.
Okay. Let's see. Next on the agenda is review approved minutes from a regular board meeting of 6 October.
Sammy, I move approval.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Colleen. Any amendments or corrections? Hearing none, all in favor of the board meeting as presented, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Comments from the floor? Terry, please. State your name and address.
Teresa Ritchie, 306 Lakeview Drive. My only concern is once the project, it's eventually coming to end on Lakeview Drive and Pine Street. My only concern is the vision triangle. I know right now the leaves are going off, but I'm assuming, and I don't know what department is in charge of the vision triangle, but there is some brush, especially on the west side of Lakeview, that I'm assuming it needs to be cut back because of the vision triangle. That's my concern as far as traffic coming out, and there's a couple, children that walk down from the school to that. So just a heads up as once the project's done to take a look at that.
I'm assuming that's on the southwest corner of the
Okay, yeah,
the property.
yes,
Okay.
because there's a tall tree that has an X on it, but I don't know if that was supposed to have been removed or not, but just a concern, because I know there's some children that walk down the street, and even for a car, see when you're making a turn.
No, I thank you very much, Terry, for that, and we'll have. I saw both Mark and Mark taking notes for that, and we'll get it measured out so that we can make sure that hazard is eliminated. I know there's other hazards there that were handcuffed by the legal system. No, I agree. No, I mean, but the major portion that we're still working with our legal, and that's all that we can do.
Mr. President, so we'll put that on the agenda for the next Public Works to be addressed.
Okay.
Yep.
Thank you, Ted. Okay, next item on the agenda, new business from the board or staff, the president's comments. My first comment is I hope everyone will.
Did anybody else?
Was it? Oh, anybody else? I mean, I didn't see.
Number 4. You skipped number 4.
New business from the board or staff. I mean, no.
No, item
No.
4. Item 4 is Dan.
Well, I got a different agenda.
How about, does anybody else?
Well,
have
no,
any-
I mean-
We've known
anybody
that for
else have
years.
Anything they want to say?
I've got number 4, closure of.
All right.
what
Well,
I
all right.
got, too.
I have the draft, or the original draft. I didn't print today, so
There's a
no,
nice
that's.
clean one for you.
But I got all my notes on this one. I'm gonna now
have to
really be
double 'em
confused.
up.
I'll be good. Okay. Item number 4, closure of 400 block 7th Street North for Steve Aza Benefit Run on Saturday, 14 November 2015, from 8 until 2 p.m. or 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. Approval requested, and the chief is at the podium. And could you give us?
Yeah, and I actually stand before you as wearing two different hats, and so I'll start with taking virtually taking my
Doesn't
uniform
look to me
off.
like you have a hat at all.
Yeah, exactly. I'm here tonight talking about the benefit run for Steve Aza. We, as a friend of his, he's a 34-year-old veteran of war, a Marine, and was diagnosed with blood cancer that's attacking his bones. And so he's got a huge medical journey ahead of him. So I'm helping to organize the benefit, the 5K 1 mile fun run for November 14th. And the group asked me, because of my connection with the village, to come and ask for, we've already got authorization from Gloria to utilize the building for part of it. We were going to be putting up a large heated tent on the south end of the village hall in the area where the skating rink is. And then because of the runners and hopefully a good-sized crowd, we'd like to close 7th Street North, just the block that is typically closed during the Pepperfest, to be able to utilize that and to make sure that everybody stays safe. But typically, I can authorize streets to be closed, but because of my connection with this and just to make sure that everything is on the up and up, coming to you as the board to get approval to close that street from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I did talk to the neighbors across the street earlier today to give them notice and to let them know that we'll do everything we can to make sure they have easy access in and out of their driveway. And as far as the event goes, we have quite a bit planned. We've got a silent auction, food from the Knights of Columbus. We have Santa will be here later in the event, and hopefully if families show up, we can get them to see Santa. And then we do have, as part of the silent auction, signed items from the Minnesota Twins, the Minnesota Wild, and one of the items is a visit to your home by Santa, so you can bid on, and he's actually pretty amazing how he does it. So not quite like Stan, but he does a good job for that. So
I
that's
didn't
my
do a
spiel.
good job?
Yes, absolutely. That's what I'm saying. You do
Yeah.
better than he does. This is out on the website, on the North Hudson website, that people can go and sign up to run or just get more information on it. So if we do, because it's being held here, Melissa was nice enough to put it on the website.
Is this like a 1-block run?
No, unfortunately.
Oh, see, I
no.
could do a 1-block
Right.
run, but I mean,
We do have a
I'm making a
plan.
5K.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we have one plan for
I
the
think I
little
could make
kids.
one.
I'll move approval.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Colleen?
Colleen, thank you. Is there any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed?
Thank you.
Good luck, and
Yeah, good
hope
luck.
make lots of, raise lots of funds. Okay. Okay, now, item 5, new business from the board or staff. President's comments are, I hope everyone will please remember and thank our veterans. Veterans Day is a week from tomorrow, Wednesday, the 11th. And as usual, I believe there's a event at the courthouse at 11 o'clock, but check the Hudson paper to see if that is accurate. The second thing is there's a school survey that everybody should have received in the mail. It looks like this. It's quite a extensive survey. It's one of the best I've ever seen come out of the school system here. And I hope everyone will take the time to fill out the survey. If we're going to deal with taxes a little later, as far as property taxes, and the school system is one that definitely has a large effect on your property taxes. Their increase this year is 6.73%, and in a bond issue that that you'll read about in the survey. But please take time to fill that out and send it in. They'd like them in, I think, by the 13th of November. And next, I would like to wish all the folks going out for the deer season to have a safe deer season. And finally, hope everyone has a happy Thanksgiving.
Mr. President, also in honors of Veterans Day, to put a green light bulb on your outside door to honor Veterans Day.
Green light bulb. Did not know that. I will be at the store tomorrow. Thank you, Terry. Okay, Gloria, administrator's comments.
Mark would like everyone to know that there will be a opening in the Public Works Department. We've had a resignation, and so if there are folks out there that have a CDL and can qualify for a Fed Med card, we're welcoming applications. Did you, was that?
Did he say why?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Anything else, Gloria? Dr. Lander? Okay, Melissa?
I just have one quick thing. During the November 4th, 2014 election, the Government Accountability Board did an on-site accessibility compliance audit of the polling place. I received the final report, and there were no accessibility concerns or issues, which meant the village received a 100% compliance rating. This is achieved in only about 3% of the polling places that they visit. And then you can find that report at the end of the board packet.
I would like to say congratulations, Melissa. I know that's no
Be happy.
small chore to make sure that we have accessibility and no complaints from folks, but thank you very much. Okay, next is Plan Commission. I don't believe
Did not meet.
They did not meet, so number 6 is gone. Item number 7, Personnel and Finance Committee recommendations. First on the agenda is claims, including 2015 capital projects request number 2.
Stan, may I move to approve the November 2015 non-recurring claims of $448,890.06.
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Colleen. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, and it's a major spending issue. Kirk?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay, unanimous, thank you. Number B, 2016 contracts discussion and approval requested. First one is for the Animal Warden Service, Kathy Pellner.
Stan, may I move approval of the new animal warden contract?
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Colleen. Any further discussion? Questions, comments? All in favor of approving the contract for the animal warden signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Unanimous, thank you. Item 2, Animal Impounding Service, Woodbury Animal Humane Society.
And may I move approval of the new animal impounding contract?
Thank you, Mark. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Colleen. Any further discussion or questions? Contract basically the same as last year's in the packets. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next, review of proposed 2016 annual budget, request for publications, discussion and approval requested. Can we have a motion to be able to discuss?
I'll move, Stan.
I
Thank you,
appreciate
Mark.
that.
Second.
Thank you, Daryl. And Gloria has assumed the podium, so Gloria,
All right.
your funnest time of the year.
Yes. Using a computer that I'm not used to. Love it. Well, okay. After a series of budget meetings held by Finance Committee and the staff members, the recommended 2016 village budget is as presented. We will roll it up in a little bit here. Some of the items that were addressed during these meetings were the 5.5% increase in health insurance premiums, as well as the increase in employee premium contributions, moving from 15 to 20%, with the potential of a 2% wage increase for non-represented employees. The union agreement, where officers will contribute to their WRS, ending with a net 2% wage increase. Snow plowing contract, maintenance of streets, future capital projects, as well as EMS, fire, and library agreements. The proposed levy is $1,556,061, and you'll see that at the top there under 2016, with a village mill rate of 4.51 per 1,000 of assessed value. We do not have the final county or state numbers, so we're unable to give an overall mill rate at this time. This $36,884 increase is within the allowable levy increase, including net new construction and the post-2005 principal and interest payments on debt. It is anticipated that there will be a 2015 year-end surplus of $92,759, and that the undesignated fund balance as of December 31st will be $667,329, which is well within the 25% of expenditures policy. However, with this surplus, $37,000 was included in the 2016 budget for the purchase of a squad car. There will be a request in December to spend $14,000 for voting equipment and $10,000 for a skid loader from those unassigned funds, as we did not go out for loan for any equipment purchased in 2015, as we had initially budgeted. Additionally, it is recommended that we put $10,000 in a reserve for the future replacement of a public works truck. Also in the future, there may be discussion of a $250,000 catch basin repair and replacement project. However, it is not being recommended at this time, as the loan would cause an additional increase in property taxes. There would still be approximately $20,000 available from the unassigned funds to use for catch basins or road maintenance, in addition to what is already included in the 2016 budget. Mark, would you mind?
Thank you,
moving that
Gloria.
up?
Questions from the board? Crickets.
All of the reports in front of you, you will notice that the balance, the beginning balances and the ending balances should match what those reports, those detailed reports. They're actually the summary reports that have been done. Okay, any questions?
Appreciated getting that stuff in advance so I could review it this afternoon.
Okay,
Thank you very much.
sure, no problem.
Is this pretty much what's posted on the website too, the summary that's on the website?
Yes,
Yeah.
but it has not gone to paper until the board approves it
Right,
this evening, and
right.
then after that, it'll have to be published within that 15 days, so it can have, we can have a public hearing in December.
Thank you very much. Well, with no other discussion or questions, I would do a roll call to send this to, approve to send it to the paper. Brian?
I had a question about the 250,000.
Okay.
Sure.
Can you explain how how do the taxes get impacted?
When you borrow money, there would be principal and interest on loans, and that would be added on to the levy, which would increase the taxes.
Do we know by how much?
It would have caused, I want to say it would be about another, maybe, I'm just going to throw this out there just based on an estimate. I would say instead of on a $400,000 house, instead of it being $28 increase, it would be 56
46 is what I had.
or 46. Okay.
But it's the fact of taking out that loan, and it's the interest paid on it, right?
The interest paid on it is what increases it?
And the principal.
Well, it'd be principal reduction too.
Right.
I mean, total debt service.
Okay,
Right.
thank you.
And we've had a lot of projects, and we've had a lot of things. We've wrapped them up into bonds, and in 2021, our bonds will be paid off. And when the state does the road project up here, out front on 6th Street, then we'll be able to handle that debt payment, because the other one will fall off. And that's kind of what we should be doing, is trying to keep that even so that there's not big spikes.
Okay.
Thank you. Any other questions, comments? Roll call vote, Brian?
Yes.
Wayne?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
thank you. Next on the agenda, Public Works Committee recommendations, chair update. Dan?
So Public Works did meet, and we have two suggested motions for the board to consider tonight. The first is to move to purchase the pre-salt anti-icing system from the city of Hudson at a cost not to exceed $3,400.
Second.
Okay, the motion's been made and seconded. Is there
Yes.
Second then.
a discussion?
Did I say move?
Sound like you
Amend.
moved. Any discussion? Comments? Purchase is, spending, Kirk?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
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 Okay. Next is, Ted.
So we have one more motion, Stan, and the Public Works would recommend that we should be changing the policy of replacing mailboxes with like kind. Emphasize, we're not upgrading mailboxes, right? At a maximum of $100 for those damaged directly by the village or village contractor snow removal equipment. So previous policy was a little outdated. I don't, it was 1994, I think, so last time we looked at this, so updating the amount that we're willing to reimburse village residents if it's a snow removal incident.
Okay, so is there a motion to what that would entail?
That's it. The rec,
Or
so,
to update it, I mean, $2 figure?
right,
50 to 100.
50 to 100.
Okay, is there a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Mark, in discussion. The only thing, I mean, I saw this because this came up because there's some mailboxes up on the ridges that are in the $400+ range. So when you put in kind in the policy or whatever, wouldn't that denote that we were going to?
Not to exceed $100.
Maximum of 100.
Okay. Yeah, because I was just, I mean, it's like, I thought in kind was like, we'd fix whatever, I mean, match them up and stuff like that, but
How
not
many
just.
do we have a year?
We average about 2.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I saw in the policy was also if we actually hit them with the vehicle.
Just telling you.
And corrected by snow removal equipment, not just.
Not just
the snow being
snow
pushed off.
pushing them over.
But
Okay.
Ted, the motion itself says a maximum of 100, right?
Correct.
That's the motion you're making, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Any other discussion? And, let's see, that's, just policy change, so, all in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Next is Public Safety Committee.
I don't think we met last month. We didn't meet last month.
Did not meet, okay.
I'm sure of it.
I'm like last month.
Did you check with the rest of the crew?
You know,
He was looking.
Chief?
question.
Not meet, okay.
Right to you.
Okay, next, is, Public Welfare.
We did meet and we've already taken care of the 2 contracts, which
Okay.
is the only thing we had.
Alrighty. Public Board?
We did meet, and there will be putting in a post on the Cherry Circle, on the path between Cherry Circle North and Galahad Road North to prevent vehicles going through there. That was about it.
Okay, thank you. And, dang, I don't know, Mark?
Move to adjourn, Stan?
Thank you. We stand adjourned at 7:25.